I'll take a triple. Hello viewers, and today I've got another loadout video-ish for you for Delta Force, the Warfare mode. But this video actually comes thanks to a commenter of one of the last videos, because I basically said, let me know whatever gun you want. If you want to see a build from me where I make something up and like really maximize a certain attribute or make it as good as I think I can sort of get it, then do let me know down in the comments. And if you do want to see something, then you should do that too, because this commenter, here said that they wanted an AK-12 build, so I had to get my account to level 23 because I don't have a very actually high level account. I got it leveled up to level 35 and I've made this. Now the premise of this AK-12 is, so basically when I tested it with no attachments, I realised it's basically like a modern AK-47, a little bit like an AMAX from Warzone, but it actually fires really quickly. It feels like it doesn't hit quite as hard as an AK-47, but maybe that's just the feel of it firing so fast makes it feel naturally more like a pea shooter, but I can assure you that it isn't. So essentially what I've done with these attachments is I've really brought down the recoil of the weapon, so it's got nice and easy recoil control. I've got a slightly bigger mag so we can take on more enemies. I've just got a one-time zoom, but obviously that's going to be up to you, and I will go through these attachments in detail in just a second. But as you can see, I've stuck a suppressor on there, but I've also done things to increase the versatility. Primarily is the foregrip. Let's start the attachments right away. So the X25U angled combat grip is going to primarily be improving that vertical and horizontal recoil control quite significantly. I'm going to show you the recoil pattern now. That is a nice recoil pattern, I'd say. It's got a little bit of right side deviation after about 10 rounds, but I'll show you in the firing range. 10 rounds, you're going to have killed potentially 2 people by the time that you full auto fire, and provided they're fairly close together. So that is a really nice recoil pattern that we've managed to get with this combination of attachments. We've got a control of 79 out of 100. I'm not sure how quantifiable that is, but 79 is quite a high number in terms of recoil control, particularly for an assault rifle that fires as fast as this one does. It's got a fire rate of 735 RPM. Should we compare that to perhaps a what was the other gun that we used? It was the AK-12. That's got 632, so it's over 100 rounds per minute faster than the AK-12 that we used. If you do want to see that video, then there should be a card in the corner of your screen right about now. But anyway, let's carry on. So this foregrip primarily improves the vertical and horizontal recoil control, but it also improves the accuracy. Now there are some other, where was the other one? It was this one, the resonant ergonomic grip and things like that. We do get less recoil control and a little bit more less drop to handling, I should say. It does drop the handling. Now naturally, when you're putting attachments on an assault rifle, or any gun for that matter, that are going to be improving the recoil, you're usually adding weight to the weapon, and it's going to be essentially worsening the accuracy, the hip fire, and the ADS time. So the ADS time translates to handling in this. So what I realized is we don't want to necessarily have to rely on the ADS speed and the handling time, so we want an attachment just like this that improves the accuracy and the recoil control. We're going to be pairing this with the PBS Russian suppressor. I think this is actually an exclusive attachment, not necessarily just to the AK, but like the AK base sort of types of guns, along with the AK practical compensator. You actually get this at the beginning, like when it's level 1, you get this and it is pretty good. But sticking a suppressor on, we do lose quite a bit of handling, but I'll show you in the firing range, we can rely on not having to have fast ADS because we've improved the accuracy, the hip fire, so much that you can essentially press aim and fire at the same time, and the bloom is really small. In fact, I'm just going to show you now because I think it's better that I do just show you. There is one other attachment which I will mention in a moment that has really improved the accuracy, and you can probably see because it's a big purple line on the screen. It's a laser. Now obviously a laser will give me away, but the type of sort of fights that you're going to be having with an assault rifle like this is mainly going to be quite short range. They're all already going to know you're there. There's going to be explosions going on, loads of running footsteps, there's going to be more than a purple laser giving you away, essentially. So I'm going to show you the recoil control of the weapon, which is actually very nice, I think. May I just say it's been about a week since I've played. So as you can see, that was 19 rounds, took out one enemy from about 4 meters away and another enemy from about 50 meters away within 19 bullets. The recoil control is very easy to use, but let's get on to, let's say for example, I was to peek this corner and I didn't know that they were there, I can essentially press the ADS button and the fire button at the same time, because you can see how small the ADS already is. Let me show you the ADS, the hip fire already is. Let me show you how good the hip fire is. That's how good it is. It's literally that good. You could hip fire this gun, but it is actually primarily made for ADS and recoil control, but you can rely on hip fire, and I think that makes it a very good gun. And I think the thing that really makes this gun the really good gun that I believe it is this D-Bal X2 purple laser light combo. So it's got, when the laser light combo is activated, we get more handling, which is ADS speed. So it sort of claws back at all the heavy attachments like the barrel I'll show you, the muzzle, I think the stock even adds weight, and obviously the angled foregrip as well. Obviously the big downside is it's visible to enemies, but when it's on, you get all the boosts. If you turn it off, you do lose handling and everything like that. I would just keep it on, to be honest. Unless a flashlight, I can understand. I would turn a flashlight off, because you will literally light up in daylight on a hill and you'll give yourself away. But a laser, I think, is fine to keep on for the fast-paced warfare game mode. As for the barrel, which I just mentioned, we get more control. We actually get more handling, which I did forget that. So there is an even longer barrel. That's where you lose the handling, minus 16. My god, that would be a slow gun. I reckon we could potentially make an LMG AK-12, because I'm getting ahead of myself here, but there is a 75 round polymer drum. We could stick a bipod on it, a really good compensator, a slightly zoomed scope, and that long barrel, and you could probably make it like a modern day RPK. That would be another video. Do let me know if you want to see it. But for this build, for this sort of hybrid, we can ADS, we can hip fire, very well build. The AK-12 frontline long barrel, we get more recon control, really good handling, more accuracy for that hip fire, stability, that is essentially how much the gun sways. But as I said, you don't really have to worry too much about sway when you're ADS it, when you're hip firing, or just walking around the corner with the gun at your shoulder rather than aiming down sights. So, and when you are aiming down sights, you're firing, so stability isn't really an issue. We've gone naturally for a mag, is it called a mag holster? A mag mount, sorry, a mag mount, just stuck a black one on because it's all black. Little bit of extra handling. I don't think it makes that much difference. It's more of just an aesthetic thing. For the optic, I always say go with whatever you're comfortable with, but I've gone with a 1x zoom, and I've gone for a Russian reflex. It's like they call it a monocle sight, I think it's called. But in this, it's called the OKP-7 reflex sight. It's just nice and clean, and I do like the green reticle as well. My brain just sees it a little bit nicer. As for the stock, we've gone for the Invasion Core stock. I just wanted to really hone in on that recoil control so we can rely on it for the medium to long range engagements. Even if it's just suppressing, we've got a nice little boost of control. In the rear grip attachment slot, it's exactly the same story with the stock. We've gone for the AK stable rear grip, more recoil control, and that is about it in terms of that. Let's show you in this one more time. We've got hip fire, and we've also got, yeah, so what I should also mention is that because we've got the laser, it enables a tack stance. Now, the hip fire is so good, you don't really need a tack stance, but if you really do want a tack stance, it is even better. It's almost like semi-pinpoint accurate hip fire, but you can see the stability is a little bit of a pain, but you're going to be moving so much anyway, you're hardly going to notice that sort of veering. But we can go back to this. I had a bit of lag then. But you get the idea. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into a game with this AK-12. If you do want to use it, I'll quickly show you. I'm going to put the code for it down on the first line of the description. So if you do want to see it, it's here, but it's also going to be in the description down below. So if you do want to give that a go, let me know what you think of it, and also let me know down in the comments other weapons that you would like to see. Now, a lot of people do drop off now, but we're going to jump into an attack and defense so you can see just how it performs in sort of more of a proper setting rather than me just firing at yellow dummies that don't move. Let's actually jump into a game, which we found immediately on a Thursday morning. We're going to be going for this guy, Kai Silver. Can't remember his name, but he's got the triple booster launcher, which is what I was using with this gun when I was leveling it up, and it was actually quite nice. I'm going to use this to get across here. Some smokes. Lovely. Recoil control coming into effect there nicely. Lovely. Took quite a lot of bullets, but at that range it's gonna. Get the assist there. I'll show you a rocket launcher. Damn it, I'm gonna run out of bullets in a minute.
Smoke barrage ready.
What was that? An oh, flipping just like doofed me in the face. No one wants to push and cover. Better get me up now. I'm doing all the work here.
I'm ready for another fight.
We'll keep it on auto because obviously burst hip fire is not good.
Thanks.
I'm having such bad games.
Thanks, soldier.
He shot him in the... He's there! Why are you getting me up? Idiots!
Objective Charlie 1 is ours. The enemy has taken objective Charlie 2.
Thunder's coming.
Artillery barrage ready.
Copy. Vehicle dropped to designated location. Protecting beacon deployed.
Almost blown away.
Get in there. God, this has not been a good game.
Smoke screen incoming.
Didn't mean to reload them. Did we do it? Okay, we did that, but that was... Honestly, it wasn't as bad as the one before, but I think we'll have another one because that's going to be chopped up. Not a lot of decent gameplay, but I have showed off that the hipfire works. The hipfire does work, but like when the two teams are so scrambled and it's like flicking back and forth and you got people jumping around corners with vectors and P90s, it's, you know, it's naturally not going to be as good as a submachine gun, is it? So I need to show it in sort of like the short medium range. Oh, the accuracy +4, that's what I want. Can I do that with the others? Okay, so we give it, so we put this textured grip on everything. Let's have a look in the firing range now. And what's the hip fire like? Is it better? It's blooming less. Honestly, the recoil is decent, but the accuracy, I would say, as far as accuracy goes, is better in terms of how, in terms of its recoil. Okay, right. Let's jump in again. We've got some extra attachments now. So it will be different in the description, the code. But we're going to jump in again. Third time's a charm. Let's have something good. Come on. Let's hit fire.
Smoke barrage ready.
I definitely saw one. How do you... I'll take a triple. I want to hip fire triple though.
Allied troops launching an assault on objective Bravo 2. Come to support.
What?
Prepare for the enemy counter.
I was gonna say. I'll throw another one of them then. I just came from there and there's 4 of them. It's just multiple angles constantly.
Strategic beacon ready to deploy.
Why did you smoke?
Allied troops launching an assault on objective Charlie 1. Come to support. Enemy's defense was stronger than
We actually died and we were... See, if you're on the point, I feel like you should just keep it going. Well, that's the end of that. It's a good gun, but I'm just having terrible games. And I hope that it comes across that the gun is good. I would actually quite like to make an LMG version of it. Having seen the grip, the bipod, the drum. But I'm only getting silver in the combat. I'm just playing really bad. So apologies for the gameplay. I'm playing really bad. But hopefully you get the idea that this is it's a good sort of hybrid Russian Spec Ops almost sort of gun, I'd see it as. But yeah, thank you very much if you did make it this far into the video. They were just 3 terrible games. Hopefully they were edited down to look semi-decent. But anyway, thank you very much for watching and I shall see you in the next one.